All right, here it is. Today I'm going over every Star Wars Lego set expected to retire at the end of 2025. Now, there are 27 in total, so I'm going to try to move fast, keep this video from getting too long. As usual, these rankings are entirely objective based on the quality and quantity of reviews across a few different retailers, so my personal opinion does not matter for these rankings at all. For most of the sets, I used reviews from Amazon, Walmart, and Lego.com, but some sets are, of course, exclusive to particular retailers, so I'll note that as we go. If you do appreciate the research and the analysis, please drop a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments which sets are your favorites. I'm always interested in hearing other opinions. I should note, of course, retirement dates can and do change, although usually by this point they're pretty close to accurate. All right, let's get started. Coming in at the very bottom, number 27, and to be fair, this one had to be last because it hasn't come out yet. So, of course, there's no reviews, so there's no way to rank it without reviews. Now, this is the Advent calendar. If you're unfamiliar, Lego comes out with one of these every year for Star Wars and for a couple other themes. This one is coming out September 1st. I know some investors do tend to think that Advent calendars can make good investments because they have such a short shelf life, but typically they don't do very well. And to be fair, we don't know too much about this one yet. I mean, judging from the picture, it doesn't look that good to me. I don't even really see any good minifigures here except for maybe this R7A7, and it's a $45 set. That's for only 263 pieces. It's just way too high. If you are interested, though, we always see these go on big sales in November, so you would wait until then to get it. In at number 26, this is the UCS XWing Starfighter, set number 75355, average rating of 3.85 across the three different retailers. That's with 794 total reviews. This set has 1,953 pieces, retails for $239.99, $240, and it was released May of 2023. So there were a lot of bad reviews on this set. People said that the side panels fall off too easily, or the wings droop, or it's just too fragile overall. So Lego has made two UCS XWings previously. One of them retired in 2002, and of course that one is doing awesome. This one retired in 2015, retailed for $200. Now you get about $227 for it. Now this is brick set. They tend to have lower values, but still, that's not a very good ROI for 10 years. Coming in at number 25, this is the Crimson Firehawk, set number 75384. The average rating was 4.22, and it only had 199 reviews. The set has 136 pieces. The retail price is $49.99, the suggested retail price. It's just released January of 2024, so 2-year shelf life. This one has been on sale so much. 40% is basically the new MSRP. If you're not familiar, it's from the Young Jedi Adventures show on Disney+. It is geared towards a 4+ audience. Now, of course, every 4+ set is going to have a high price per piece because the pieces are just bigger and there are usually a lot of prints. But this had the lowest number of reviews for all the sets that are not exclusive to a particular retailer that's on this list. Really, the only good thing is this Nubs minifigure does go for $7 or $8, but otherwise this set's a skip. Right, coming in at number 24, the Creative Play Droid Builder. This had an average rating of 4.23 with 76 reviews. The piece count 1,186 pieces. MSRP was $99.99, and it was released in August of 2024, so less than a year and a half shelf life. One of the reasons it only had 76 reviews is because it is a Target exclusive. I have talked about this set before. It was a quick version. It's Target exclusive, but all the available metrics on this set are not good. Except there is this 25th anniversary Leia minifigure that goes for about $40. So this one honestly would only be worth it for me if it's more than 70% off. Now at number 23, this is the Imperial Dropship versus the Rebel Scout Speeder. Set number 40755 had an average rating of 4.5. Had 62 reviews on Lego.com where it's exclusive. Had a piece count is 383 pieces, and it retails for $39.99. Released October of 2024. So, year and a few months for shelf life. I've also talked about this set before in some other videos. The number of reviews is low because it's LEGO exclusive. The 7 minifigures make up almost the full value of this set. It has a few low scores on the reviews from army builders who wish that there was only one faction, and they wish it was $20. But I still think this is a good one. It may be a little overhyped and the reviews are a little low. I'm not as high on it as I used to be, but I still think this is one of the best potential investment sets on this list. And on to set number 22. This is the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit, set number 75396. It had an average rating of 4.55 with 473 reviews, 558 pieces. The MSRP is $79.99. Released August 2024, so less than a year and a half on shelves. This set is definitely way overpriced at $80 for 558 pieces, but it still never goes on sale. I don't think I've ever seen it on any kind of significant sale. And it still sells $700 a month at MSRP on Amazon. It is the companion to the UCS Sail Barge. That's a $500 set, and that one's probably going to be around for a long time. So the people who buy that set will want this one, and the shelf life is less than a year and a half. So it's definitely a discount set, but it's got good minifigures that go with that UCS Sail Barge, and I do think we'll see some really good discounts at the end of the year because it is so overpriced, so I'm going to be watching it carefully. In at number 21, this is Darth Mauls Sith Infiltrator. 75383 is the set number. The average rating was 4.57 with 513 reviews. Has 640 pieces. MSRP is $69.99. Released May of 2024. So this is a Walmart exclusive set. And 513 reviews is actually a lot when you remember that number excludes Amazon. It does have 4 unique minifigures. And one of them is this Saw Gerrera, this 25th anniversary Saw Gerrera. And correct me if in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the only time that this character has ever appeared in minifigure form, and he's kind of an important character. There was also a misprint on Qui-Gon at one point where the hair color in some early versions of the set was off, and if you were lucky enough to get one of those, that version of the minifig goes for over $80. But even if you don't get that one, the figures in this set make up more than 60% of the set's value. And LEGO has made this ship a few times before, 4 times. But, and even if you count the Microfighter, all 4 of those have done very, very well. Now, some of them were a long time ago, and I've never seen this set on a decent sale. So bottom line, at the moment, this is one of my top sets for the year. All right, at number 20, this is set number 75331, the UCS Razor Crest. The average rating is 4.6, and there was 741 reviews. This is a giant set, 6,187 pieces. MSRP is $599.99, $600. It was released in October of 2022. So this looks like a good set, could do well. It's just too much for me to spend on one set. At $600, it just doesn't really fit my investing strategy. If I was able to get it for like $250, I'd bite, but I don't think that's going to happen. And if that doesn't happen, I'm okay with missing it. Because next up at 19 is Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Paridia. It's set number 75385. Had an average rating of 4.63 across 394 reviews. It has 382 pieces. Retails for $54.99, released in August of 2024. So another short shelf life. This is the first of 3 sets on this list from the Ahsoka series. Season 2 is in production of that series, and it's expected to come out in 2026. So that makes it interesting. This set does have 5 minifigures. 4 of them are unique, and together they make up around 60% of the value of the set. And this one has been available at 20% off for really the better part of a year. If I saw it for 40% off, I'd think about it. Next up, set number 18, the Corissant Guard Gunship, set number 75354, had an average rating of 4.65, had 1,621 total reviews. Piece count is 1,083, and it retails for $139.99. This was released in September of 2023, so a little over 2 years. So I will say clones are probably the most popular minifigures for army builders, and this ship goes really well with any clone army. So you can see all the figures here. The 5 minifigures are good. They don't really carry the value of the set by themselves, but I did read if you're in the UK, this set is exclusive to Smiths. So in that instance, this set is very interesting, but it's kind of interesting no matter where you are, because I do think there's going to be people wanting this set for a while. The ship just looks really good. The minifigures are good, so high on this one. Next up at number 17, this is the Onyx Sender. Set number 75374. It had an average rating of 4.67 across 216 reviews. It has 1,325 pieces, retails for $140, and was released August of 2024. So this is from the Skeleton Crew show, which I've heard was very good. But for whatever reason, that show just hasn't been very popular. The review count is very low. It's second from the bottom of the widely available sets on this list. The 5 exclusive minifigs do look pretty good, and the set doesn't really go on sale much, so that's a good thing, but I would still need to see 50% off before I picked up any of these, because the demand metrics just aren't that good. It would need to be undersupplied to do well, but it just might be undersupplied, so we'll see what happens. At 16, this is the Revenge of the Sith Heroes and Villains Brickhead Pack. It's set number 40796, had an average rating of 4.7. It only has 10 reviews. The piece count is 656, and the MSRP is $49.99, so $10 a brickhead. It was released in April of 2025. Now, of course, the reason it only has 10 reviews is because it's LEGO exclusive, like most brickheads, and it hasn't been out for very long. It just came out in April. LEGO has been releasing these large brickhead multi-packs in Star Wars for the last few years. They have very short shelf lives. The last 2 both went on sale for 40% at the end of the year, and neither of those has really done spectacular. If you break them open, each of the individual brickheads typically will sell for $15 to $25 after retirement by themselves. But if you do that, then you have to pay 5 different shipping fees. So it's still not a great return. This set does have pretty good characters, though. It's got General Grievous, it's got Palpatine, Mace Windu here. You've got Sith Anakin, and then Padme. I think Grievous will probably do the best of the 5. Next up is another brickhead. This is ObiWan Kenobi and Darth Vader, of course. Set number 40547 had an average rating of 4.7. The tiebreaker here was that this one had more reviews, 55. It has 260 pieces, retails for $20. Released in May of 2022, so a longer shelf life on this one. So again, this is LEGO exclusive, and Darth Vader is in it. It has had a long shelf life compared to other brickheads, but that means it must be pretty popular. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep it in shelves. Also, I've had some good luck with the 2-packs of brickheads in the last couple years. It's a good size because it's not so expensive that it can't double the MSRP relatively quickly, but it's not so cheap that shipping eats more than 50% of the profit. So I'll be watching this one. If it gets even a 20% discount that I can stack with GWPs or double insiders points or something like that, I might pick a few up. Next up at number 14, this is the Droidica, set number 75381. Also had an average rating of 4.7. This one had much more reviews because it's not exclusive. 1,075 total reviews. 583 pieces. MSRP is $64.99. It was released in May of 2024. So there have been quite a few brick-built droids coming out recently. I think this one would pair pretty well with the Battle Droid that just came out. As far as comparables, I don't think R2-D2 or C-3PO are really good as comparables because those characters are just so ubiquitous. But I look at, this BB-8 retired in 2019, went from 100 to 174. This BD-1 retired in 2023, went from 100 to 134. So I do think there's some room here for this Droidica. And at number 13, this is Ahsoka Tana's T6 Jedi Shuttle, set number 75362. Just edged out the last few with an average rating of 4.71. Does have 1,933 reviews, 601 pieces. Retail price is $79.99, released in September of 2023. So this is another Ahsoka set. The 4 minifigures are good, but they do make up less than 50% of the set's value. It is overpriced, but it's also been on sale quite a bit. And it does have a whole lot of reviews, so it could do okay. I would still need to see a really good discount before I would invest in this one. In at number 12, this is the Mos Espa Pod Race Diorama. Set number 75380 had an average rating of 4.73 across 474 reviews. Set has 718 pieces, retails for $80, and was released in May of 2024. So this one's kind of like the Crimson Firehawk. It can often be found 50% off or more. It's been way overproduced. The first wave of dioramas that retired a couple years ago have pretty much been stagnant, and we're more than a year in at this point. And this one doesn't even have any minifigures, so this is a skip for me. And at number 11, this is the Invisible Hand, set number 75377, had an average rating of 4.73 across 267 reviews, 557 pieces for $49.99, released in March of 2024, so less than 2 years. Don't let the low number of reviews scare you off because it is Target exclusive. This is one of the first of the new midi-scale ship sub-themes that's retiring, and I talked about this one before. I'm very excited about it. I've seen it 20% off a couple times. If it's 40% off, I will be getting some. Next up at number 10, this is the Barkspeeder Escape, set number 75378, had an average rating of 4.75 with 501 reviews. This has 221 pieces for $29.99. It was released in May of 2024. So this set does have a lot of issues. It's overpriced and it's on sale all the time. So it's probably been overproduced. Only one of the minifigs is unique. This one, this Keller and Beck. And he goes for about $4 on Bricklink. Clone Troopers are good. 500 first Clone Troopers might do okay. But it's a $30 Star Wars set, and it still sells less than $1,000 a month at 20% off. So bottom line is that there are just better investment sets out there. Now in at number 9, this is set number 75393, has an average rating of 4.76 with only 370 reviews. 1,063 pieces for $109.99, released in August of 2024. So this is a really cool idea for a set because you can switch out the wings. I just don't know if there's a lot of demand for this kind of set at this price point. It's from the straight to Disney Plus movie Rebuild the Galaxy, which honestly I think a lot of the Star Wars fans may not have heard of. So 4 of the 7 minifigures are unique, and they do make up more than half the set's value. The best one is this L3GO Astromech. Get it? And that one goes for about almost $14, $14.15. I've never seen this set on sale. It does have less than a year and a half on shelves. So honestly, I'm thinking I might want one just because it's a chance to get a pretty decent Playscale X-Wing and TIE Fighter in the same box. So this might be kind of a hot take, but I like this one. And now on to set number 8, the Ambush on Mandalore. This is set number 75373, had an average rating of 4.77 with 831 reviews, 109 pieces for $19.99, but you do get these 4 minifigures. And it was released in June of 2024. So it's a cool battle pack, but these really aren't the kinds of characters people tend to build armies with. There's also a discrepancy, I should note, between Brick Fanatics and Brick Tap. The latter have it retiring in July of 2026 instead of the end of this year. So definitely want to wait to see if it stays on the retirement list before I would get any for investing, but I could see it doing okay. Next up at number 7 is this Darth Vader helmet, set number 75304, had an average rating of 4.77, and get this, 12,518 reviews. It's 834 pieces for $79.99, came out in April of 2021, so the longest shelf life on this list. And this will have been on shelves for over 4 years, and I would not be surprised to see 6 months or more of zombie stock on this set. It will probably have tons of supply, and that's going to keep the price from growing up for a while. That said, if you're willing to hold this one for a couple years, this is the most popular character in one of the most popular sub-themes, helmets, from the most popular Lego theme, Star Wars. So it should do pretty well in the long run. If I see it under $50, I'm in, but you just got to be prepared to hold it a while. Now in at number 6, this is the Ghost and Phantom 2, set number 75357, just edged out the last one with a average rating of 4.78, 1,060 reviews, 1,394 pieces for $159.99. Came out in September of 2023. This is the third Ahsoka set on the list, probably the best of the three, because this one, unlike the others, is Amazon exclusive. It has 5 minifigures, 4 unique. Hera Syndulla here is about $25 by herself, and altogether the minifigs do make up close to half the set's value. That said, the only real comparable is this Shin Hati and E-Wing set that retired at the end of last year. It's the only Ahsoka set that has retired at this point, and that one has not done anything so far. That is because it's had a lot of zombie stock and it's still relatively early, 7 months after retirement. But bottom line, this set could do okay. It's a little bit of a risk because we just don't know how the series is going to do, but I would get it if I saw it at a deep discount. Next up at number 5, Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon Battle. This is set number 75386. Had an average rating of 4.79 with 542 reviews. It's got 289 pieces for $39.99. Released in June of 2024. This one is a companion set to the Ambush on Mandalore set I talked about a minute ago. And the minifigs are great, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely overpriced at $40 for less than 300 pieces. Supposed to be a Mandalorian movie coming out. I don't think any of these characters are going to be in that movie. So honestly, I doubt this set ever goes above MSRP. Next up, Boarding the Tantive 4. This is set number 75387. Has an average rating of 4.79, but it has 1,748 reviews. 502 pieces for $54.99. Came out in March of 2024. I like this one. The price is not crazy compared to most of the Star Wars sets we're seeing nowadays. It has 7 minifigures, including Darth Vader, and there's a 25th anniversary 5s that comes with it, and that is a pretty important character from the Clone Wars series. And this one, it's only valued about $10 right now, but I would not be surprised for this one to get way more popular or way more expensive once this set retires. This set does go on sale quite a bit, and the Camel 3X doesn't look great on it, I'll be honest, but I still think it's going to be a solid set. And in at number 3, this is the Clone Commander Cody Brickhead, set number 40675. Had an average rating of 4.8, 55 reviews because it's Lego exclusive, 147 pieces for $10, and it came out in May of 2024. So this is a pretty popular character. I could easily see this do a 2x or even a 3x of its MSRP within a year after it retires, but it would need to do that to make a profit on a set of this size after shipping and fees. And I'll still probably get a few. I think I could double up on it, but even when you do double up on these, it's, $10 profit or something. And at number 2, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing mech, set number 75390, have an average rating of 4.83, 749 reviews, 195 pieces, retails for $15.99, released in June of 2024. This was kind of weird. Oh, look at that. It's got sub-shooters. It was kind of weird, but it appears to be this set was search suppressed on Amazon. Maybe it's just me. I searched by the set number, and it didn't come up. And then I typed Luke Skywalker mech into the search bar, and it still didn't come up. But then I used the link on Brickset to find it, and it popped up. And it was 20% off. Anyway, kids love these mechs. I know, because I build them with my kids. They don't tend to explode in value, but I've been able to find very good deals on them at the end of the year, especially in-store clearance. So if I see this for $9 or less, I'll buy them. This minifigure, though, is not exclusive, so I don't think this is going to do better than any of the other mechs have done. And here is the #1 ranked set based on the quality and quantity of reviews from Lego, Amazon, and Walmart. This is the Tantive 4, set number 75376. Had an average rating of 4.85, 654 total reviews. It also had 654 pieces. Very weird coincidence that it just happened to have the same amount of reviews as it does pieces. And it retails for $79.99, released in March of 2024. So this is the other mini scale ship retiring at the end of this year. It is kind of expensive at $80. It's $30 more than the Invisible Hand, and it's selling $800 a month on Amazon at 20% off. It's a well-known ship, but it's not like a fighter or Star Destroyer or something like that. It's probably going to have some zombie stock. So depending on how this midi-scale theme does, it could do well in the long run. But I think even though it's the top set on this list, it's a little bit of a risk for me. All right, well, that is the last one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.